Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through some player props I like on Prizepicks for the Week 1 Monday Night Football game between the Bears and the Vikings. We got a little division matchup here to close out Week 1. Pretty good Monday Night Football game, excited for this one, and I'm going to give you guys a couple player props I do like for this game. We got two plays that we're going to share and break down in this video. But before we do get started guys, as always, if you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos and if they help you out, make sure that you hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, make sure that you go sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code. Play $5. You're going to get $50 worth of free lineups instantly added to your account. So check out Prizepicks if you guys have not yet. Also, do want to shout out Sleeper because we are partnered up with Sleeper as well. You guys can go download the Sleeper app. Use promo code NOAH over there, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. So, going to get a deposit bonus when you sign up with code NOAH. And if you guys don't know what Sleeper is, they're a DFS pick'em app. I think they also do like season-long fantasy as well. But for this sake of this video, we're going to discuss the pick'em side. They have a pick'em side of their app, which you can take more or less on player projections, very similar to how you would do on Prizepicks. You take more or less on your projections, you build out your lineup. You can do up to an 8-pick lineup on Sleeper. You can win up to 100x your money. And I think one of the best things about Sleeper, they're always doing promotions. They're always doing discounts, giving out discounted player props, payout boost on certain plays, protected plays they give out a lot as well. They're doing discounts all throughout the week. And also, for new users, you get a free square automatically added to your account. So you'll have a free pick you can use towards any lineup of your choice. You can build out a lineup with that free square and hopefully win some money off that as well. So a lot of reasons to sign up for Sleeper. If you guys don't have an account over there, again, make sure to use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up. But before we do talk through our props, guys, for this game on Monday night, I do want to say a quick word about my Patreon. So I've mentioned this in my last few videos. We talked about it in the video I made for Sunday NFL for college football on the weekend. But I am running a sale on my Patreon, which I typically don't do. I think I've maybe ran a sale on my Patreon like once. This is like the second time I've ever done a sale. And it's really just for the start of the NFL season, start of the college football season. Obviously, with football coming back, this is a sport that a lot of people are interested in. It's a sport that people want to gamble on for the most part. And I want to try and get people into the Patreon. So I'm giving you guys 50% off your first month or yearly package when you sign up with code football. You shouldn't even have to type in the promo code though. When you go to the Patreon, it should automatically apply the sale. You should see at the top, it says get 50% off your first month or first year. This sale does end Monday. So Monday at 11:59 Eastern time. So basically Monday at midnight after Monday Night Football, this sale goes away. So if you guys have ever thought about joining the Patreon, I think now's a great time because you will get half off your first month. Or if you want to commit to a yearly membership, you would get half off that yearly membership, which would come out to like $105 for the whole year. That would get you all the way through football season, and it would get you through NBA season as well, which NBA is coming up in a month or two, and NBA is by far the sport I've had the most success in. It's definitely my favorite sport as well to cover and to do content for. But you can see all that I provide on the Patreon. It's mostly Prizepicks plays, but I'll occasionally do some plays for other DFS apps like Sleeper, like Underdog, Bettors, those sites. But we do also have a Discord chat you can join, which is available for Patreon members. So a lot behind the paywall that I do. I give out obviously free plays on YouTube every single day for the most part, but I'm also giving out plays behind the paywall over on Patreon. If you want to check that out, again, you'll get 50% off your first month. This sale ends after Monday Night Football, so you want to get it now while it's still up. Check that out, guys. It's linked down below in the description. But let's go ahead and talk about some plays here that I do like for Monday Night Football. Hopefully Monday Night Football treats us better than the Sunday slate did. Sunday slate didn't go very well. Looking like we're going to go 0-3 on our 3 plays for Sunday. We did go 2 for 2 though on Friday night's game, the Chiefs and Chargers game. So I had a good Friday night, but then a bad Sunday slate. Let's see if we can get back at it here for Monday Night Football. So the first prop I like for Monday night is a receiving yards prop, and we're going to take DJ Moore for more than 57.5 receiving yards. So DJ Moore, I think, is a receiver who is in line to have a really big role this year. Keenan Allen no longer on the Bears anymore. Not that Keenan Allen was a guy that demanded like a ton of volume in this offense, but he was a somewhat heavily targeted receiver. And in the 2 games that DJ Moore did play without Keenan Allen last season, he had 10 targets in both of those games. And his target share was very high. And I think in this offense, he is poised to kind of be the clear wide receiver 1. Now, sure, we could see Roma Dunze take that kind of second-year leap, but after DJ Moore and Roma Dunze, the Bears have a lot of like rookies. They drafted Colson Loveland out of Michigan. They drafted Luther Burden out of Missouri. And while these guys definitely have upside and could be good, it's hard to tell how rookies are going to perform early on in the season. So I like betting on the experienced veterans, the guys that we know are going to get the opportunity, are going to get the volume. And I'm very confident in what DJ Moore's role is going to be in this Bears offense this season, especially without Keenan Allen. He should be the clear, undisputed wide receiver one, should lead this team in targets most weeks. And I think this is a really good matchup for him going up against a Vikings team that was very beatable through the air last season. The way you beat the Vikings was by throwing the ball. The Vikings were very stout against the run last year, but they were very beatable through the air. They gave up the second most targets, most receiving yards, second most second most receiving yards, and I think they gave up they were top 10 in touchdowns allowed to receivers. Not that we're really betting on touchdowns here, but they gave up a lot of yards, a lot of receptions, and a lot of targets to wide receivers, which sets up really well for DJ Moore here. And I think these teams did play last season. Not that it really matters, but in their game against Minnesota last season, it looks like they played twice last season. One of those games, DJ Moore had 8 targets, 8 catches for 46 yards. The other game, he had 7 targets, 7 catches for 106 yards and a touchdown. So he was pretty good in both the games against the Vikings last year. I think he's poised to have success once again this season in this same matchup. Like to spot a lot for DJ Moore. And I think Caleb Williams is another guy we could definitely see take a big second-year leap here. New head coach, Ben Johnson coming over from the Lions. We saw Ben Johnson have a ton of success as the Lions offensive coordinator. So I think a lot of people are kind of high on the Bears this year, expecting their offense to be better with Ben Johnson as the head coach now. If Caleb Williams can take that second-year leap and be an improved passer, that's only going to be better for DJ Moore. So yeah, I like this play a lot. DJ Moore going to take for more than 57.5 receiving yards. And then the other prop that I like is a fantasy score prop. And we're going to take Aaron Jones for more than 11.5 fantasy score. Now, Aaron Jones is probably going to split some work this year with Jordan Mason, but it's really hard to project out how that split is going to look early on in the season. I think as the season goes on, we could definitely see Aaron Jones, kind of take a little bit of a hit in terms of his workload, just because he is an older guy. I think he's like 30 years old. He's more of a veteran. But like early on in the season, I like betting on these older guys just because they have fresh legs early on in the season. I expect Aaron Jones to have a pretty solid workload to start the season. I think 12 to 15 touches is easily within his range of outcomes here. And even if you look at his prop lines for tonight, he's projected, I think, for 12 rush attempts. And he's also a guy that can catch passes. He probably gets a couple catches here. And for Prizepicks fantasy score, you do get a full point per reception. So anytime you can get running backs that not only obviously can get you points as runners, but they can also get you points as a pass catcher, that's even better. And Aaron Jones is a good pass catcher. He can catch passes. I think J.J. McCarthy having a rookie quarterbacks are a lot more likely to check it down, to look try for their running back, kind of look for that check down than they are to try and gun it down the field. So I definitely think this could be a spot where Aaron Jones gets a couple check downs, gets a couple receptions to go along with whatever he gets on the ground. And this should be a good matchup for him against the Bears, because the Bears were very beatable against the run last season. If you look at what the Bears allowed against the run last year, 5th most rush attempts, 2nd most rushing yards. They were tied for the most rushing touchdowns allowed, and they gave up the 3rd most fantasy points to running backs. I think they also gave up the 2nd most yards per carry. So the Bears were just really bad all around against the run last season. We could definitely see things be similar this year. I think this sets up as a good spot for Aaron Jones. And again, although Aaron Jones is an older guy, I like betting on an older guy early on in the season. I think as the season progresses, maybe his workload starts to diminish a little bit. Maybe he starts to get injured. I mean, he does have injury history. That's always been a concern with Aaron Jones, his injury history. But he's healthy right now to start the season. I like betting on him when he's healthy because he is a running back that can be efficient. That can be a good fantasy running back just due to how much they use him, on the ground and as a pass catcher. And 11.5 fantasy score, this line's definitely low enough where we don't need a huge game from Aaron Jones to go over this line. He could run for 50, 60 yards, maybe catch get 20 yards receiving, get a couple receptions. He doesn't even need a touchdown to go over this line. Obviously, if he gets a touchdown, you feel pretty good about him going over this fantasy score line, but this line's low enough where he doesn't even need a touchdown to go over this line. There's just a lot of ways he could get you 11.5 fantasy points. But for those of you that don't have access to Fantasy Score, I know I've had some comments about this recently. Since I do take Fantasy Score props, I know Fantasy Score is not available to everyone. If you're looking for an alternative to Fantasy Score, I do like Aaron Jones over 50.5 rush yards. I think that's also a pretty solid play. If you can't take Fantasy Score, I'm totally fine taking that over 50.5 rush yards. But we're going to take the Fantasy Score because that's definitely the prop that I like the most on Aaron Jones for tonight. So these are the two props, guys, that we're going to roll with for this Monday Night Football game for Bears and Vikings. Hopefully we'll get a good game here on Monday night. Excited to watch this one, and hopefully we can hit both these plays and make some money on this game. But as always, guys, appreciate you watching. Appreciate your support on these Prizepicks videos. Make sure that you hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys don't have an account over on Prizepicks, go sign up. Use that promo code NOAH. Get those $50 in free lineups once you play your first $5 lineup. Again, when you sign up for Prizepicks with code NOAH. But good luck, guys. Let's win some money tonight. As always, I appreciate your guys' support. Appreciate you tuning into the videos. We'll see you guys in the next one.